That one misses 1-1. Last time Stumbo was on the mound, he went 4 innings and a non-decision. The Grasshoppers 3-2 win over Asheville back on the 6th. Gave up 1 hit and 3 strikeouts. He's matched that strikeout total here. Now down in the count, though. 2-1. 1 walk and 54 pitches. He's gone in the mid-50s each of his last 3 starts. 2-1, fouled off right in front of the plate. 2-2. Last time we saw him here was on the 23rd against Brooklyn, where he went 5 innings, didn't get the decision, and a 3-1 Grasshoppers win. He shakes off one here. The 2-2. This one a grounder towards third, where Delgado will pick it up, fire across the diamond in time to beat the speedy runner Rodriguez.
There have always been a few ready to fight and win. Since 1775, these few have been Marines, and they come from across this land to defend the future of our nation. This year, our Corps celebrates 250 years, and Marines are proud to serve this country, each other, and all that is still to come for America.
No matter who you are, where you're going, or why, Wyndham Rewards members earn and redeem points fast. With thousands of destinations, Wyndham Rewards everyone. Join Wyndham Rewards, the most generous hotel rewards program for everyone.
The stretch, line drive, and caught! That'll be a double play, and that'll end the inning. What a play by Jacob Amaya, leaping as high as he could.
The 0-2 delivery, swinging a high drive, deep right field, way back. That ball is long gone, and that one reaches Elgin Street. Goodness. Jack Caglione with his first home run for Northwest Arkansas. That was a no-doubter. That one was straightaway right field, and it landed on the street.
Bottom 2 still scoreless here in Greensbeo. Grasshoppers will have a 6, 7, and 8. Stafora, Brett Howard, and Polanco due up after they left 2 stranded in the top of the inning. Shane Drohan in a relief, or a rehab assignment, rather. Gave up some traffic on the base pass, but was able to get out of it. Let's see how he responds in the second. And he fires a first pitch strike. Stafora. Again, one of the newcomers. You'll hear us say that a lot this series as the 0-1 now goes to 0-2. Stafora, wearing number 5, was a part of that Ke'Bryan Hayes trade with the Reds. He was originally drafted by them in the 2nd round. 0-2. Strike 3 looking. Sinker that just caught the upper inside corner. That'll be the 3rd strikeout of the day for the drive pitcher. Ivan Bretthauer will dig in now. Bretthauer 6'6", and it shows in the box as the 1-0 goes out, or the pitch rather goes outside to make it 1-0. I was talking to Blake Butler before the game, and he was talking about Bretthauer. He said probably the closest thing he's ever seen to Aaron Judge standing in a batter's box from a player that he managed. Counts 1-1. Here's the pitch. And that will bounce into the dirt. 2-1. He said he's just a well-rounded player, Bretthauer. Has power, but isn't like he's cheating to one side of the field. He'll hit it in all the positions. 2-1 on the way. That one rides inside, now a 3-1 count. He's hitting .233 on the season, but his time as a grasshopper, he's batting .400. He swung through a sinker low to make it a full count now, though. As we near the 7 o'clock hour, and sunset's starting to crawl back here as we get into the fall, into August already, mid-August. Payoff pitch. And that one a slider low. Red Hour will walk. Fourth time he's done so as a grasshopper. 61st time on the season here in High A. Second walk allowed by the drive, and that'll bring up Shalin Polanco. Polanco playing in right field. Leads the team in home runs of active players with 13. First pitch, though, he sees a curveball drop right over the heart of the plate for a strike, 0-1. Drohan now at 30 pitches. Lefty on lefty matchup. There goes the runner. The 0-1 swung through. The throw down to second. One hops into the outfield, and that will allow Brett Howard to be safe. And I think he might have beat it down there anyway. But a runner in scoring position with one out, back-to-back innings. At the Hoppers will have that. It's an 0-2 count to Polanco, though. Polanco digs back in the lefty box, and now a base knock might get the Hoppers on the board. 0-2 pitch on the way, and Polanco strikes out. That'll bring up Derek Berg, the 9-hole hitter, and Berg got off to a really slow start here with the Hoppers, but has since picked it up. His first couple of games, he was batting in sub-100 territory. He's up to 222 now and has 16 RBIs, looking for number 17. Throw on the pitch. And Berg watches a fastball right in the middle third of the zone for an 0-1 count. 91 miles an hour on the gun. Last time Drohan took the mound was all the way back in May against Lehigh Valley up in AAA. 0-1. And Berg takes a changeup there, 1-1. He went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits and a run, the Iron Pigs, and struck out 3 while walking just 1. His ERA at the time when he was hurt, 4.50, and a batting average against a 2.58. 1-1. Berg swings through a sinker. He just missed making contact on that one. And now it's a 1-2 count, and the Grasshoppers are in danger of leaving a second runner stranded in scoring position. And we're only here in the second inning. The 1-2. Berg hits this one into left. Going back is Rodriguez, and that one will hit off the wall. That'll score a run. Berg heads to second. No one has the ball yet. Rodriguez finally finds it. And Brett Howard and Berg will swap places. It's 1-0 Greensbeo. Berg, his 17th RBI and his 5th double of the season, as he hit that one over the head of the left fielder. And that one went off the wall. It's 1-0. And we're back to the top of the order with Will Taylor. Brett Howard, already the 10th time he's scored a run in a Hoppers uniform. Taylor showed bunt, pulled it back as the fastball was way high out of the zone. 1-0 the count. And now it looks like the Drive, who have someone warming in their pen, is going to send out their pitching coach to go out and talk to the starter, calm down, and also maybe buy some time for the new arm. As we mentioned a few different times, Drohan here on rehab, so we don't know what his pitch count is, but we'd imagine it's a fairly hard pitch count. Everyone heading back to their spots. And that'll be the first mound visit, and Taylor has a 1-0 count and a runner on second. Hopper's already up 1-0. Drohan mentioned he played his college ball in Tallahassee at Florida State. Was originally drafted in the 23rd round by the Phillies, but decided to go to college, and it paid off for him. His 1-0 count now becomes a 2-0 count to Taylor. Paid off for him because 3 years later he was a 5th round draft pick. His dad, a pitcher in the Kansas City Royals organization for 4 years. 2-0, Taylor pops it up, but that one's going to come out of play. So it'll be a 2-1 count. Today's center fielder stays alive at the moment as that one was able to get out of play. So some ACC rivalry going on here. Granted, they didn't play at the same time, but Drohan, Florida State, Taylor at Clemson. And his 40th pitch of the start, a bunt attempt that hit off of the barrel and then I think shot down into the batter's box, so it'll be a 2-2 count. I have seen Will Taylor bunt for hits before. Now with 2 strikes, he's not going to be able to do so. But it's not uncommon for him to go out there and, regardless of the situation, show bunt. Two on the way. And Taylor fouls that one off to stay alive. That one a slider inside at 82 miles an hour. Grasshoppers trying to scratch another run across the dish. Drohan just trying to get out of this and limit the damage to 1. 2 innings might be all we see from him today. 2-2. And Taylor strikes out on a foul tip caught. He strikes out twice. Hoppers score, though. 1.
Stance on the left side, Shannon in the righty set, the pitch to Rock. Hit in the air to deep right field. Pellini back at the wall. Goodbye! Home run! Walking off Rock Reggio! Rock Reggio wins it for the Renegades with a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. They complete the 3rd no-hitter in franchise history. And the Renegades walk it off on a Reggio blast in the 9th.
Quintero reaches down, pops it up, third base side. A long run for Taylor. He slides into his own dugout and makes the catch. He slid into the sidewall.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Top of the 3rd, Hopper's up 1-0. Stumbo still going strong on the mound. 6 up, 6 down for him so far. He'll face 7, 8, and 9. Encarnacion, Musset, and Turner. Encarnacion, a 192 hitter, first pitch swinging, and he will get the hit to start the offense for the Drive, their first hit of the game, and it's a leadoff from the 7-hole. That'll bring up Andrew Mussett, a 250 hitter and playing just his 6th game for Greenville. The Drive of the Red Sox organization. Lefty on righty matchup, and Stumbo. Fastball. Outside portion of the zone. 0-1 count. The pitch. This one kind of just off the edge of the bat towards the foul line, and coming all the way over from the second base position is Tafora, and catching it. He had to sprint over. He was behind the second base bag almost and had to get all the way to the line. And that one, if he didn't get there, I think it may have landed fair as well. Instead, it's one away, and coming up is Turner. Will Turner. First pitch to him goes low, ball 1, a 1-0 count. Stafora, I was talking to Blake Butler about him as well, and I was like, what do you see from him so far? He said he's a tool guy. He has all the tools that you need to be a great MLB player, as the count's now 1-1 to Will Turner. And I think you just saw that right there with that play, as the 1-1 will miss 2-1. His bat hasn't come around yet, Stafora, but I mean, it's fairly early in his Grasshoppers debut. Well, I shouldn't say debut, but not too far removed from his Grasshoppers debut, as the 1-1 now becomes 1-2 as home plate umpire says he went around at it. It's Jared Neal. Brooks Pritchett on the base pass. The pitch, this one, a grounder. Stafora can't get there this time. It goes into right field, where Polanco will have to pick it up. And station-to-station base running there, so we runners on first and second. Encarnacion, then Turner. Stumbo, after getting the first 6 down in the order, bottom of the lineup, giving him a little bit of issues, and now they're back to Franklin Arias, who is not a guy you necessarily want to face in this situation. Arias, a 264 hitter in 72 games, has 5 home runs. Now it's a 1-0 count here to him. This is a big moment for Stumbo here to kind of prove himself. When he gets in these situations, he can handle it. As the 1-0, that one fouled off of, and I think it hit Derek Berg. He came up jumping, and he's going to walk it off, and the home plate umpire going to go give Stumbo a new ball, buy him some time, get another set from the ball boy here to put in his pocket. Counts 1-1. As shadows have reappeared here on the field of play. Most of the infield covered and left field covered as well. The sun going to start setting earlier and earlier at this point in time of the year. I think I saw where yesterday or today is the last time it'll set after 8:30, as this one's hit foul down the third base and left field line, 1 and 2. Yeah, today or tomorrow would be the last one after 8:30 for the rest of the year. As great as it is to, have sun that late in the day, when we get to fall, it is a great time. You get playoff baseball, pennant races, much like the Hoppers are in right now. Football comes back, all the sports playing at the same time. Great time of the year. The 1-2 This one hitting to right. Polanco going back. Polanco at the wall. Polanco leaps up. And that one's over his head. Franklin Arias, a 3-run homer. Stumbo has given up 3 hits in the 4 batters he's faced this inning. And the Drive have taken the lead. Arias, his 6th home run of the year and the #1 prospect in the Red Sox organization, makes it a 3-1 Drive game. Henry Godbout now up there, and Stumbo fires a pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Encarnacion and Turner, the 2 scoring on this one, as that one is hitting to left, and now the Drive have gotten Stumbo for 4 hits in this inning after not being able to get one in the first 2, and going out there to talk to his starter is Matt Myers, the Grasshoppers pitching coach, and this one's turned on its head and did so on a dime for Stumbo. He was cruising, had 3 strikeouts through 6 batters. Greenville went and changed that, though, very quickly. So Godbout on, and Taylor, the center fielder, stepping up now. Two-run deficit, not much to think about for the Grasshoppers offense, especially one that scores 5.5 a game. Best offense in the South Atlantic League. But you got to limit the damage here and make sure it stays at 2 and don't let it get too far away here in the early stages. See if Myers gave Stumbo the words of encouragement that he needed. Righty on lefty matchup, the pitch. A changeup almost hit off the plate, 1-0 the count. Taylor struck out to end the first last time up. Stumbo, his 40th pitch of the start, misses outside. Now it's a 2-0 count. The 23-year-old with a 2-0. And this time he finds the strike zone fastball that just barely painted the upper outside corner. 2-1. Wind blowing straight out of left field right now. The pitch. And that a curveball inside. Now 3-1 the count, and Taylor with a favorable count. Stumbo got to find a way to get a second out here. The pitch. They're going to look to see if he went around. They say he did not on that fastball way outside, and Taylor has walked to first, putting Godbout on second. And Johan Fran Garcia stepping up now, who struck out to begin the second. Stumbo up to 45 pitches. Number 46, swing and a miss from Garcia. 0-1. That one a fastball high, and Garcia tried to give the Drive their second 3-run home run of the inning with that swing. 0-1. Fouled that one. A slider up in the zone, just got underneath it and sent it into the netting. 0-2. Garcia going to call his time here. He has 5 home runs on the season. That's what Arias had before this inning. Former pitcher of the Nevada Wolfpack fires the 0-2, and that one, a fastball high that Garcia was able to hold off on. 1-2 the count. He's looking for his 4th strikeout of the afternoon that would tie a Grasshoppers high for him. 1-2. This one popped up into right. Polanco takes a few steps in and to his side. He'll catch it. The runner will not tag. He'll head back to second. 2 away. Stumbo and out away from getting out of the inning. That home run was the first time he'd been taken deep as a hopper. And the 3 runs allowed ties his season high. And that was in a 6-0 loss at Rome. Back on the first of the month. Antonio Anderson comes up now in the first pitch to the 5-hole hitter. Goes outside, ball 1, a 1-0 count. He's the 8th batter to come up to the plate for the drive. 1-0. And that one a curveball right over the heart of the plate. 1-1. Stumbo shakes off one sign from Berg. And the 1-1 pitch. A changeup. Called a ball. Just caught the bottom of the strike zone, though. It's 2-1 regardless. Drive have already plated 3, threatening to do more, but Stumbo's an out away from getting it done. The 2-1 swing and a miss. 2-2 to Anderson. Struck out looking. His first time up in the second. Two. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, out 3, but the drive, plate 3. We go to the bottom of the...
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
No SIM swaps, no kiosks, no stress. Olafly. Peace of mind, always.
Ground ball up the middle. What a grab by Rocchio. Pirouettes, goes to first, and he got him. Brian Rocchio can make the plays on defense.
Bottom of the third. Greenville up on the Grasshoppers 3-1. Let's take a look at the South Atlantic League standings. Hoppers on top, 31-11 in the second half. 3.5 games over Hudson Valley, who's 27-14. Jersey Shore, 6.5 games back. Aberdeen, 10.5 games back. Wilmington, 14. And the Brooklyn Cyclones, the first half winner, is 15 games back, sitting 10 games under 500 in the second half. Going for the South standings here, Bowling Green, who won the first half of the season in the South, still leads at 23-19. The Drive and the Spartanburgers tied for second place, 1 game back at 22-20. Dash 5.5 game back, while the Tourists and Rome are 7.5 games back. Well, the Hoppers offense has some work for them. They were able to plate one in the bottom of the second, but now they trail 3-1. Let's see if they can pick up their starting pitcher. Connor Griffin, the 2-hole hitter, will lead us off here in the third. And the first pitch to him will miss. Ball 1, a 1-0 count. Drohan still out there pitching. Someone is still warming in the Greenville pen as the 1-0 will miss. 2-0 the count. Austin Ehrlicher, the pitcher, warming in the pen for the Drive. 2-0, and that one inside. 3-0 to Griffin. He had a broken bat single that went into the outfield, and the bat almost did as well. Now he's got a 3-0 count. Let's see if he has the green light or if he's taken. The pitch. That'll miss. A 4-pitch walk to Griffin to start off the third here. Stolen base threat and leadoff walks tend to come around and be an issue, but it looks like that might be the day for Drohan. The call is made to the pen as the manager goes out there to get him. Liam Carroll says that's enough. We'll get you.
You won't believe where I am.
T-Mobile now has the best network. How will you use it?
3-2 from Rodriguez. It's lifted out to left center field. Preciado moving back along with Wetzel, and Wetzel slides and comes up with it. On the warning track, the center fielder all the way out toward the wall is able to make a spectacular catch. Jacob Wetzel has roamed this outfield for a few years, and he slides on the warning track. Look at the celebration from Preciado.
It's Champion Windows Anniversary Sale, and we're gifting the presents to you with 40% off Comfort 365 windows. Now is the time to upgrade your old windows that are driving up your energy bills. Call 8884-CHAMPION or schedule your free estimate online now.
11 1/3 inning of work for him, an ERA of 0.79. A whip of 108. He is making his 4th appearance. He has actually started 2 games. Giving up 5 hits, just 1 run. Struck out 15 and walked 7. A batting average against of 135. He's faced 44 batters for the Drive. And he'll come on here after Drohan. He started the inning. He faced Connor Griffin, threw 4 straight balls, and then was pulled from the game. He went 2 innings. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned, walked 3, and struck out 4 with facing 11 batters and throwing the ball 46 times. Kaner Delgado, when he approached the plate, was initially going to bat from the right side. Well, then they switched pitchers, and he'll bat from the left side. As Ehrlicher is a righty. Let's see if Griffin tries to take second. He did already once in this game, and that was against a lefty. Ehrlicher misses. Ball 1, a 1-0 count. Delgado will have to wait another second here before he sees another pitch, as that's a step off over to first. Not in time. Count will remain 1-0, and that's the first disengagement of the Delgado AB. Another move over to second, and that's the final disengagement of the Delgado AB. Griffin, talking with Coach Steffi Lombardo, will be able to get as big of a lead as he wants, because if they go back over to him, they have to get him. And time called by the umpire. Didn't recognize what the motion was. But either way, the count remains 1-0. Delgado awaits the 1-0, and that one, a fastball that just catches the bottom portion of the zone. Ehrlicher, who went to Santa Rosa Junior Community College. The 1-1, there goes the runner. Griffin hits it into center field, and that one will be caught, sending that was Delgado hit it into center field, sending Griffin back to first. So Ehrlicher gets the out. One away. That one rather unfortunate, as Moss will step up now. Righty on righty. The pitch. And that one a slider low in the dirt. Ball 1, a 1-0 count. Has a fastball, sweeper, and a changeup. Ehrlicher does. There goes Griffin, the 1-0. Pitch in there, throw down to second. Did not get him. He stayed on the bag, and not happy with the call is Godbout at second, nor is the catcher Garcia. But Griffin picks up his second stolen base of the day, and we'll take another look here. Yeah, that foot stayed on. I'm not necessarily sure that's what Godbout was arguing, though. Counts 1-1 and a runner in scoring position for Moss. So 3 consecutive innings that the Grasshoppers will have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. The pitch. Moss watches it go inside. He gets away from Garcia. Griffin now stands at third. All Moss would have to do to drive in a run now would be hit the ball hard into the outfield. Counts 2-1. We'll have to see if they roll that one. A wild pitch or a pass ball. Moss with a runner now at third. The 2-1. And he just misses that one. The count's now 2-2. Sizable crowd here for a Tuesday afternoon. A beautiful evening for baseball. There was some rain earlier today, but tonight has been a good temperature and a nice night for baseball. 2-2, Moss watches it go. They're going to peel down to see if he went. He did not, so the count's gone full to him. And it was a wild pitch that moved Griffin to third. Moss struck out back in the first. Looking for another RBI here, and he strikes out this time, though. 2 away. Going to bring up Titus Dumitru, grounded out to end the third. To end the first. Looking to avoid that here in the third. Righty on righty matchup, the pitch. And Dumitru hits this one into right, but he hits it right to Turner. And the Hoppers will leave another one stranded.
Can't get enough baseball? Get MLB Network today to stream up to 15 live out-of-market games a week and 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows. Start streaming MLB Network for just $5.99 a month.
There have always been a few ready to fight and win. Since 1775, these few have been Marines, and they come from across this land to defend the future of our nation. This year, our Corps celebrates 250 years, and Marines are proud to serve this country, each other, and all that is still to come for America.
Wyndham Rewards members earn and redeem fast. With thousands of destinations, Wyndham Rewards everyone. And we mean everyone. Every check-in, every stay, every friend's getaway, every free night on us, every stay without a fuss, every handshake, every meeting you take, from every okay but just one to every bring on the sun. With every stay and every way, Wyndham Rewards everyone. Join Wyndham Rewards, the most generous hotel rewards program for everyone.
First pitch to him. This one blasted deep down the right field line. Doesn't have enough distance. We are tied. Jeffrey De Los Santos with 1 out in the bottom of.
Top 4 drive up 3-1 on the Grasshoppers, scoring all 3 of those in the last inning. Yafiri Rodriguez stepping up now. Grounded out to end the second, was the only batter for the drive to not come up in the third inning. Stumbo at 54 pitches to start this inning. That's about where he normally gets pulled. And Jake Shirk is warming up in the pen, so we'll have to see how long of a leash Stumbo has. The first pitch missed for a ball. That one in there for a strike. Counts 1-1. Well, we talked about the weather and the sun starting to set a little earlier. Counts 1-2 after that swing. That also means pennant races are starting to really form. And I know while it's a little bit different in the minor leagues as the 1-2 popped up foul side towards the third base dugout of the Hoppers, and two Hoppers converge and no one's able to grab it. Delgado and Berg were right there, and I can't tell if Delgado made contact with the dugout or if he made contact with Berg, but he seems to be okay. Count remains 1-2 with no outs. Rodriguez lives to see another pitch. And the umpire, well, I thought he was checking to see if Delgado was okay, but it appears a ball came over from the left field wall. Anyway, back to the pennant races. Both of these teams in a second half pennant race. Grasshoppers up 3.5 games. The Drive in a tie for second with Hub City. But here's the thing. Bowling Green won the first half, which means if they win the second half, it will go to the second place team of the second half of the season. As this one's popped up on the infield, Berg will call everybody off and catch it in fair territory. One away. You may say he was a little enthusiastic about calling everyone off there, but the pitch prior, you kind of have to after that. One away, and that brings up Encarnacion. Friley, the third baseman today, and that's going to be it for Stumbo. Blake Butler's going to come out. We're going to see Jake Shirk. We'll get you Stumbo's final numbers and the numbers on Shirk when we come back after this.
One. High drive, deep in the air to right field. It is gone! Welcome back, Sherman Newton. Walk-off grand salami. Oh, baby, this place is going wild. His first hit back in a River Bandits uniform is a walk-off grand slam.
Can't get enough baseball? Get MLB Network today to stream up to 15 live out-of-market games a week, 24/7 access to MLB Network, and live radio for all 30 clubs. Stream MLB Network with MLB at Bat for $6.99 a month.
The left-hander's pitch. Breaking ball line to left center. It may be caught, though, in a diving attempt by Pickney, and he makes a great catch. Andrew Pickney diving to his right, spearing it, and Bay has to go back to second. And I'll tell you something. Had that ball not been caught, even though Nunez isn't that fast, it would have been at least a triple.
Jake Shirk now on the mound, the 23-year-old, making his 13th appearance. He's got a 2-0 record and a 2.57 ERA and 14 innings of work. 9 hits given up, 4 runs, which were all earned. He has struck out 11 and walked 6 of the 54 batters he's faced. Stumbo's day is done. Went 3 1/3. Gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, which were all earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Did give up a home run. 59 pitches and 15 batters faced. 59 pitches, second most he's thrown as a Grasshopper. Encarnacion facing the new pitcher, and he'll take inside a 1-0 count. Grasshoppers trailing the Drive 3-1. And the 1-0 pitch in there, 1-1. Before Blake Butler went to the pen, we were talking about the Drive in the heat of a pennant race in the South Division. That one in there, 1-2. 22-20 coming into this. a game behind Bowling Green and tied with Hub City. And we mentioned Bowling Green won the first half of the South, and if they win the second half, that would mean that it would go to the second place finisher of the last half, as this one pops up, and Moss calling everybody off, and back-to-back pop-ups to get the first 2 outs of the 4th inning here. We'll bring up Andrew Musette. Popped up his last time out. First pitch, a grounder towards third. Delgado scoops it up, charges, throws on the run.
The design for the HVR jersey is inspired from the national flag colors of Bhutan. The saffron represents the monastic division. The yellow represents the monarch. And the dragon is a white dragon, a peaceful dragon.
I think probably the coolest feature, though, is the druk, which is the dragon and is the national symbol of Bhutan. Really happy to integrate that in the jerseys, and I think they came out really nice.
Swung on and hit down the right field line. Rodriguez over, nearing the side wall. He reaches over, makes the catch, tumbles over the wall, and hangs on for the out.
Think you know Aaron Judge?
Number 1, up on top, the best in modern baseball, non-steroids full season. Then Mickey Mantle in 57 and 56, and Aaron Judge again.
Get in the know with MLB Now on MLB Network.
He fires home. That one lofted into center. Looks up, and it's way out of here. Fires home to Winokur. Winokur shoots it out to center field, giving chases Johnson at the track, at the wall. It's gone!
And Winokur socks it out to center field and deep. Johnson back to the wall. He looks up. It's a 3-homer game as the California native has popped off.
In honor of Jen Powell, making history as the first woman to umpire Major League Baseball game, we went with some umpire trivia. Which MLB umpire holds the record for the most games worked in their career? Angel Hernandez, Bill Kelms, Joe West, or Tim McClelland? And I promise you, all of those are real umpires. I did not make any fake names. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Hoppers. Stafora will lead it off. Then Brett Hauer and Polanco. Same ones that led it off in the second when the Hoppers were able to score their run. 1-0 pitch here to Stafora in his 6th game as a Hopper. Has just 2 hits, both singles coming into this game as that one's popped up and out of play, 1-1. He is the number 7 prospect, though, in the organization. When he was traded over from Cincinnati, though, at the time he was the 9th prospect for the Reds. 1-1, and he watches it go high, 2-1. And sometimes it just takes a moment to get going in a new setting as a 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2. Saw that with Derek Berg when he got here. Got off to a very similar start, actually, as Stafora, but now he kind of became the everyday catcher for the Hoppers here recently and is batting well as the 2-2 hit high in the air into left field, but not very deep, as that one actually tracks towards center, and they will give way for the center fielder, Taylor, to catch it 1 away. That one just hung in the air forever, but eventually did come down for the first out. Having Brett Hauer now. Steps into the box. I was talking to Butler about him. He walked last time up and is the only Hopper to come across the dish. First pitch. Fastball in there. Strike 1 and 0-1 count. He said, we'd love to see him hit the ball more, even though he is batting .233, because when he hits the ball, it's beautiful. 0-1 will miss 1-1. Brett Hauer came way of the Chicago Cubs. 1-1 fouled off, 1-2 in the Taylor Rogers trade. Spent time in college first in Tempe at Arizona State, then decided to stay on the West Coast, transferring to UC Santa Barbara. He was a two-time All-Big West selection. 1-2. And he swings through that one. 2 away. Shalin Polanco stepping up now. Ehrlicher still out there on the mound, wheeling and dealing. Another West Coast guy mentioned into Santa Rosa Junior College. He actually played basketball and baseball in JUCO. Polanco, first pitch swinging. This one hops towards second.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. If you're ready to go big, get on board. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
It's Champion Windows Anniversary Sale, and we're gifting the presents to you with 40% off Comfort 365 windows. Now is the time to upgrade your old windows that are driving up your energy bills. Call 8884-CHAMPION or schedule your free estimate online now.
The 0-1. Ground ball, left side, long run for Lombard Jr. He's got it. Jumping throw to first to win the game. And this ball game is over. My goodness, what a throw.
No matter who you are, where you're going, or why, Wyndham Rewards members earn and redeem points fast. With thousands of destinations, Wyndham Rewards everyone. Join Wyndham Rewards, the most generous hotel rewards program for everyone.
Ground ball up the middle. What a grab by Rocchio. Pirouettes, throws to first, and he got him. Brian Rocchio can make the plays on defense.
You won't believe where I am.
T-Mobile now has the best network. How will you use it?
Family, Jim Melvin, who was just a long-time great Greensboro citizen, passed away recently at the age of 91. Was the mayor of Greensboro from 71 to 81, and then went on to the Bryant Foundation and was responsible for the building of this park that we get to watch these great games in. First National Bank Field, responsible for getting it built and for the funding here at First National Bank Field. He's a member of the South Atlantic League Hall of Fame, and he will be missed here in Greensboro. Will Turner now be at the dish as Jake Shirk still wheeling and dealing in the first pitch in there for a called strike, painted the outside corner with the curveball. 0-1. Had a moment of silence for Melvin earlier before the anthem. 0-1 now becomes 0-2, and listening to just how people talk about Jim Melvin, you can tell how much he really truly meant to this community. 0-2. That goes high. 1-2 now the count from Shirk. Came on and got the final 2 outs of the fourth after relieving Stumbo after the first batter of the inning. Righty on lefty matchup here in the 1-2 pitch. Oh, and a sinker that was just too low. Counts 2-2. You want to make sure that you're facing Arias, the top of the order with no one on. You don't want to let the 9-hole guy, especially a 163 batter, get to first for Arias. He's already taken the Hoppers deep one, says the 2-2 will miss outside. Now the counts run full. He is the reason it's a 3-1 game. It was his crack of the bat that got Greenville on the board. Payoff pitch. This one hit high and deep into center field. Taylor sprints back and then stops and camps under it for the first out. 1 away. Arias, 3-run homer back in the third. The difference in the ball game right now is Shirk was able to get the out to make it where he's facing with nobody on against Arias. Arias, who is highly regarded for his defense, hits this one on a line into center field. Taylor, again, having to move quickly, but he gets that one on a liner. 2 away. That'll bring up Henry Godbout. He's 1 for 2 with a single. And Arias, we were talking about, known for his defense, and the offense has been there with it. Godbout, 357 hitter in just 5 games. Down 0-1 in the count now. Drafted out of Virginia in the second round of this past draft. And now down, it's like 0-2 in the count. Looks like it is 1-1, in fact. The 1-1 pitch. This one, a chopper towards Griffin at short. Connor Griffin picks it up, fires across the diamond. And did he keep his foot on the bag? He did. 3 up, 3 down, go the drive. Bottom 5th, we'll get you the answer to that trivia question when we come back.
No matter who you are, where you're going, or why, Wyndham Rewards members earn and redeem points fast. With thousands of destinations, Wyndham Rewards everyone. Join Wyndham Rewards, the most generous hotel rewards program for everyone.
There have always been a few, ready to fight and win. Since 1775, these few have been Marines, and they come from across this land to defend the future of our nation. This year, our Corps celebrates 250 years, and Marines are proud to serve this country, each other, and all that is still to come for America.
Hey fans, stream every minor league baseball game, anytime, anywhere, on the Bally Sports Live app. Watch every game, every team, live, all season long. Plus, you can join in on the fun with live chat, play our interactive bingo game based on the on-field action, and rack up Bally coins the more you watch and play. Best of all, it's completely free. No subscription required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today and take your fandom to the next level.
Here's the 0-1, and there's a high drive, and that ball is tattooed way out of here. Oh, Kurtz, that thing is just tremendous, and that was a long gone drive.
Up on the hoppers. Let's get you the answer to our ad space available trivia question, which was, which MLB umpire holds the record for the most games worked in their career? The options: A, Angel Hernandez; B, Bill Kelms; C, Joe West; or D, Tim McClelland. If you guessed Joe West, you would be correct. He barely beat out Bill Kelms. Was West umped 5,460 games, breaking Kelms' record, which was 5,369. Hoppers have 9-1 and 2. Berg, Taylor, and Griffin due up. Ehrlicher still going on the mound. Only at 21 pitches after that one. He came on with Griffin at first, no outs, and has set down 6 straight Greensbeo batters since then. The count's 1-1. In this Hoppers offense, the best in the South Atlantic League, but has been held quiet here tonight. Just 2 hits and 1 run. The 4th inning was the only inning, though, they did not have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. 2-1 to Berg, and that one goes outside. 3-1 count to him. Berg playing in his 25th game with the Grasshoppers. came up as part of Omar Alfonso being called up to Altoona. 3-1 outside, and he'll walk. Had the RBI double, and now he gets on base again. So that'll bring up the top of the lineup and Will Taylor. And if you're the Grasshoppers, you want to jumpstart that offense, this is the way to go as Bosnick is warming up in the pen for him. Presumably because Shirk has already gone an inning and 2/3. We'll see Bosnick in the top of the 6th. Taylor takes a fastball on the outside corner. Strike 1 and 0-1 county. Asked Jared Nelson, the home plate umpire, a question, but maybe just where exactly was that one at? 0-1. Runs to 1-1 now. Taylor, in that previous road trip, just batted .189, just 7 for 37, but he did have 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. As the 1-1 misses, 2-1. Cooled off a little bit. Batting average down to .230. So, still a solid number. Herlicker going to step off the mound. That'll be the first disengagement of the Taylor at-bat. No outs. Berg at first. And they're in a good spot, are the Hoppers. The pitch. That one goes high. Now a 3-1 count to Taylor. He has hit 6 home runs wearing a Grasshoppers uniform, and he is have a favorable count here. Pitch number 30 of the outing. Here it is, and that'll miss and get away from the catcher. Berg rounds second, but does not take third. He got about halfway down the line and then retreated back to second. So be runners on first and second, no outs for the highest ranked minor league player, Connor Griffin. Griffin on that road trip batted .327, had 3 home runs and 13 RBIs. Facing right-handed pitching, he bats .338. 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a walk. Has 2 stolen bases as well. First pitch he sees, though, is slider that just barely caught that outside corner. 0-1. Hoppers trying to strike back here in the bottom of the 5th. As the 0-1, Griffin went around at it 0-2. He's going to call his time here. This Grasshoppers in the best position that they've been in yet to chip away at this deficit. 0-2. Griffin gets hit in the upper shoulder, and that'll be bases loaded with no outs. Blake Butler slowly walks over to Griffin to see if he's okay. But the bases are juiced. There is no one warming up in the Greensbeo pen. Their pitching coach, though, going to go out and talk to him. Bob Kuiper will go out there as Kaner Delgado will step up now. And the whole left side of the infield will come in for this one as well. Delgado, a switch hitter, batting from the right side, flew out to center field. He's 0 for 1. He walked once. Let's go back to our trivia question here with Joe West. I mentioned 5,460 games Bill Kelms was 5,369. Joe West did it from 76 to 2021. Kelms did it from 1905 to 1941. 45 seasons for West, 36 for Kelm. You put those two together, 81 years they umpired combined. Major League Baseball has been around for 156 years. That means 81 years where they have been umpires, 75 years where either have not, as Delgado, first pitch swinging, strike one and 0-1 count. 81 seasons where either Joe Wist or Bill Kelms was an umpire, compared to 75 where it didn't have either of them. 0-1. Delgado watches it go low. 1-1. In the infield, playing at normal depth, really. All besides the third baseman who's playing in case Delgado bunts. But a giant hole between short and third, with a shortstop playing behind the bag if Delgado could put it down there. The 1-1, Delgado watches it come inside, 2-1 the count. And with no outs, I guess the thought process is maybe you can get someone to ground into a double play and trade the run for the out. But normally you see the infield in at this point trying to get the run out at home. 2-1. Delgado chops it foul and back into the backstop here, 2-2. Again, another sizable crowd here on a Tuesday in August. Not too many chances to get down to the ballpark and see your Hoppers. This is the second to last homestand. And if the Grasshoppers are able to maintain their lead in the North Division, you might get a playoff game or two. 2-2. Delgado pops this one up on the edge of the infield. It'll be an infield fly roll, one away. So one away, and the Hoppers still looking for their first hit in the inning, despite bases being loaded. Callan Moss will step up here. This is his 101st game at the high A level. Not all of those with the Hoppers, though, obviously. First pitch fouls into the upper deck suites here. 0-1. Well, Delgado was the guy you wanted up in that position, leading the team in RBIs. Moss, pretty good in this spot, too. Already has 8 RBIs as a Grasshopper. The 0-1. This one hit right towards second. Throw to second for one. The throw to first. Bases loaded, no out. And 2 batters later, the inning's over.
Think you know Aaron Judge?
Number 1, up on top, the best in modern baseball, non-steroids full season. Then Mickey Mantle in 57 and 56, and Aaron Judge again.
Get in the know with MLB Now on MLB Network.
Looking for what comes next? For that moment when everything finally...
1 minute!
Whichever path you choose, it starts here.
Johnston swings, hits that ball in the air to right. It's the 10th home run for Troy Johnston. First pitch, he swings, hits that ball in the air to center. That ball is also out of here. The second time this year that Jacksonville goes back-to-back. Gray swings, hammers that ball to right. That ball is way out of here. 3 home runs in the inning.
The left-hander's pitch. Breaking ball line to left center. It may be caught, though, in a diving attempt by Pickney, and he makes a great catch. Andrew Pickney dives.
Julian Bosnick on the mound for the Hoppers now. He's making his 35th appearance. Got a 4-2 record and a 3.32 ERA. 43 and a third inning of work. A whip of 142. A 217 batting average against. Giving up 33 hits, 17 runs, 47 strikeouts at 28 walks, facing 184 batters. Jake Shirk's day is done. He went an inning and 2/3. Did not allow a base runner. Threw 15 pitches while Nelly Taylor up now for the Drive, who are very fortunate to still have the lead here. Hoppers had bases loaded, no outs. And then 2 batters later, the inning was over with no runs scored, as it's now an 0-2 count to Taylor. Grasshoppers have left quite a few in scoring position. 5 left in scoring position through 5 innings. See if the Drive are able to capitalize here at the top of the 6th, and all the momentum on their side. The 0-2 goes outside. 1-2. Taylor 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk. Lefty on lefty matchup here. And he gets called out looking. His second strikeout. This one to begin the 6th. 1 away. Garcia will come up now. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Bosnick, last time he pitched was on the 8th against Asheville. His first pitch a strike, 0-1. Swung at a fastball high in the zone. Went an inning and a third against Asheville. Struck out 2. Sorry, went an inning. Gave up a hit, struck out 1, and walked 1. Counts 1-1 now. The lefty takes a long look and now will fire the 1-1. This time again he goes high with the fastball. Garcia went around, or started to, I should say, but was able to hold back. Two-1. Popped up, coming back towards the press box, but won't make it that far as it'll land onto the concourse. 2-2 the count. And the Hoppers just can't overstate enough how much that last inning could be a killer. Two-two. This one hitting to left, coming in on it is Taylor, and he will be able to catch that one. Garcia hit it hard and looked like it might go in front of Taylor, but it traveled just enough for him to be able to get there. 2 away. Well, Taylor has been a busy man out in center field today as Antonio Anderson will come in now. And it looks like it is actually not going to be Antonio Anderson. It's going to be a new batter, Albert Feliz, the righty outfielder. Lefty on righty matchup. And first pitch hits it deep into center field. Taylor has to speed back and watches it hit the wall. He'll pick it up right at the bottom of the wall, and it'll be a stand-up double on the first pitch Feliz sees off the bench. And a runner in scoring position here. Hit that one deep into center field. Taylor, you could see him try to put it into another gear mid-run, but he wasn't able to do so. as they take Anderson out. And interesting that they did so, because Anderson is a switch hitter. It wasn't like it was a pitching matchup that they took him out for. And Rodriguez now, first pitch he sees, he swings at 0-1. Slider low, 1-1. Bosnick up to 12 pitches now, and really hadn't had much of an issue outside of that one double. 1-1. That's high. 2-1 is we had a lefty on lefty matchup this time. And didn't see anything for Anderson to look like maybe he was hurt or anything like that. 2-1. This one hitting to right. Polanco going after it. Polanco will catch it on the run to leave the runner stranded in scoring position. 3-1. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Drive still up.
JJ's form. This is golf's best.
0-1. Verdugo bouncing ball up the middle, behind the back. Ward has it, throws the second one over to first. That's a double play. Are you kidding me? Thaddeus Ward, I don't think he realized what he did.
Once against the 2-strike pitch. Swung on, drive in the left center field. Done, taking the third. Racing hard to his right is Davis. And Davis dives. And Davis makes the grab. But tagging down the line from third and scoring is done. Rams has to hold it second, but what a play by Chase Davis in left center field. He might have saved another run on that great catch. So that's the first down of the inning. Dunn scores, and we're tied at 1 here in the 3rd inning.
One of the personal touches on the uniform is the gray, making it look like it's the old wool.
The great thing about the Birmingham Black Barons uniforms, very simple in regards to the triangle B and the block lettering for Birmingham across the chest.
This is something that's a little bit more geared towards the players. Having the tribute to Negro League, I think this is going to be a marquee moment for them in their journey.
To be able to honor and salute the legacy and contributions of the Negro League legends is just unbelievable.
Albert Feliz will now go to first base, replacing Anderson again. So here in the bottom of the 6th, drive still up 3-1. Ehrlicher still out there on the mound, wheeling and dealing. Got himself in some big trouble, but was able to get out of it. Now he'll face Titus Dumitru. Dumitru hits one just past the outstretched arms of the third baseman Encarnacion, and that'll be a leadoff hit here in the 6th. Let's see if the Hoppers can do something with it. They got to Ehrlicher in that inning. A walk to, then hit Connor Griffin, but they were never able to actually pick up a hit. Maybe this will be the turning point. Sammy Sephora will step up now. Still looking for his first hit here at First National Bank Field, and he fouls one down, an 0-1 count. Ehrlicher, I mentioned he played both baseball and basketball. The pitcher for the Drive did at junior college. He actually intended to give up baseball and focus on basketball. He did skip a season of baseball as he throws over to first here. Not in time. That's the first disengagement of the Stafora bat. Wanted to gain strength for basketball, but decided to return to baseball because his coach asked him to. And I don't know if he had to plead hard or not, but it was because the coach asked, according to the article. So Might want to send his coach a thank you letter if that's the case. Playing professional baseball here. The count's 1-1. The pitch. And then he go around at it before they say he did. So the count will be 1-2. And right now, he sits in line to take the win if this scoreline holds. 1-2. Stafora follows it off into the netting. Count will remain. And Titus Dumitru over there at first. Got to pay attention because even though the Grasshoppers haven't done well getting people in scoring position, well, they've done well getting them there. They just haven't got done capitalizing on it. And as we get word, Jimenez is warming up in the Grasshoppers' pen. 1-2. Stafora hits this one in an elevator shaft, and a whole bunch of drive players converge, but it's eventually the shortstop Arias to get the first out. Ivan Bretthauer now will step up. Bretthauer 0 for 1. Walked, scored a run, and struck out. Righty on righty matchup. And a pickoff move over to first. Dumitru back in time. That'll be the first disengagement here. Dumitru hasn't been much of a speed threat for the Hoppers. Just 2 of 4 since he got traded here from the Braves organization. But is 15 of 20 on the season. And there he goes. The pitch in there for a strike. Dumitru out. Throw beat him down there. Now 2 away and an 0-1 count here to Bretthauer. Dumitru, as we take another look, got the start. It was just the throw beat him down there, and the tag applied in time. Make him 2 for 5 as a Grasshopper on stolen bases. 0-1. Bretthauer hits this one into right field. That will get down. So a 2-out hit. And man, if Dumitru would have been able to be safe at second, who knows what could have happened there. But either way, the second hit of the inning puts someone on for Shalin Polanco, the team's active leader in home runs. With Javier Rivas moving up to Altoona. Esmeralda Valdez would also have more, by the way. He's also in Altoona as Polanco first pitch. He tried to leave the yard, but he missed on it. 0-1. Ehrlicher at 50 pitches now. Polanco fouls it off. 0-2. The count. Polanco on that road trip is 4 for 28. Did have 2 doubles though. Oh-2. That'll miss inside. 1-2 now the count, and Hopper's trying to find a way to relieve some frustration that this offense has faced here tonight. Had runners in traffic on the base paths all night, but only able to capitalize once. The 1-2, that one will miss. 2-2. Polanco, who prior to the last refresh the prospect rankings was the 29th prospect in the Pirates organization, but has since fallen out, at least in the MLB.com pipeline rankings. Two, and Polanco swings at a sinker high to end the inning. 2/3 of the way through the game, drive up 3-1.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. If you're ready to go big, get on board. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
It's Champion Windows Anniversary Sale, and we're gifting the presents to you with 40% off Comfort 365 windows. Now is the time to upgrade your old windows that are driving up your energy bills. Call 8884-CHAMPION or schedule your free estimate online now.
Wyndham Rewards members earn and redeem fast. With thousands of destinations, Wyndham rewards everyone. And we mean everyone. Every check-in, every stay, every friend's getaway, every free night on us, every stay without a fuss, every handshake, every meeting you take, from every okay but just one to every bring on the sun. With every stay and every way, Wyndham rewards everyone. Join Wyndham Rewards, the most generous hotel rewards program for everyone.
Jimenez making his 34th appearance. He's got a 3-3 record, a 4.07 ERA. His WHIP is 148. His ERA 4.07. Batting average against of 190 though. 28 hits, 22 runs, 54 strikeouts to 34 walks, and 187 batters faced. He will face the bottom of the lineup here with Encarnacion. Encarnacion 1 for 2 with a single and was part of that 3-run homer by Arias. And he swings at the first pitch, 0-1. Righty on righty matchup, and the 0-1 fired home. Fouled in the netting, 0-2. Bosnick went an inning, gave up 1 hit, struck out 1 of the 4 batters he faced, and threw the ball 14 times. Encarnacion down 0-2 in the count, going to call his time here. And really outside of that 1 inning, the Hoppers have shut down the Drive's offense. They have 5 hits, 4 of them came in that inning. 0-2, and he got him to go fishing on that slider. And that's a strikeout to begin the inning, 1 away. Andrew Musset now comes up. Musset 0 for 2, popped up just a 4 at second, but in reality, it was near the foul line into right field and then grounded out to second. He's ahead 1-0 in the count as Jimenez couldn't find the strike zone there with that slider. 1-0. Musset, fairly new to the Drive as he's ahead 2-0 in the count, was called up back on the 5th. Jimenez comes to rest. Now the 2-0. And that going to be a sinker that just catches the outside corner of the zone. 2-1. 88 on the gun from Jimenez there on that sinker. That one way inside. Musset ducked down and then backed out of the way of that curveball. 3-1 the count here to him. That one at 80.5 miles an hour. As we approach the 2-hour mark of this game. Three-1 swing and a foul tip. Strike 2. Musset going to call his time here, and the Hoppers consistently have been the better offense, but the drive, did it in one big bunch. And that's why they have a 2-run lead right now. Looks like someone warming up in the Greenville pen, as that'll be ball 4, and Mussett will go down to first for the first time today. Little Turner will step up now. As we take a look, it is Rivera, number 51, Eric Rivera, warming up in the drives pen. Will Turner for a lefty on, or a righty on lefty matchup, rather. Turner first pitch popped up, and that one goes out of play. So it'll be an 0-1 count. You can hear it hit off the tin roof here at First National Bank Field. Jimenez comes to rest and fires pitch number 11 of the inning, and he misses with that one. 1-1 now. Jimenez, high strikeout, high walk rate. As you can see with this inning, struck out 1 and walked 1. 1-1, swung through 1 and 2. We're going to go step off the mound and go ahead and get some rosin. Gives us a good chance to look at the last time he was out there against Asheville on the 10th. Went 1 inning, struck out 2 and walked 1. And he gets his second strikeout here, as that cutter was in the bottom third of the zone, and it froze Will Turner 2 away. Franklin Arias will step up now. 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer. Got a man on first. Jimenez, for a righty-on-righty matchup, fires home the first pitch. And this one fouled over the roof. It's 0-1. Wind still blowing straight out of left field. Now maybe blowing from right to left field. The 0-1. This one hit through the gap in between short and third. Arias picks up his second hit. The inning will continue with a runner on first and second. Mussett moves to second, and Godbout will step up now. 1 for 3 on the day, and Berg's going to step in front of the plate and give some defensive signaling. Mussett, who stands at second in his 6 games, has yet to be counted as a run scored. If Godbout gets a hit to the outfield, probably will be the first time he does, as he fouls this one off 0-1. Jimenez 95.5 when he reached back for that one. Godbout awaits the 0-1. Jimenez takes a look at second. The pitch. This one fouled off again. And Jimenez a strike away from getting out of the inning. That hit he gave up to Arias was the first hit he had given up in 2 appearances. He had only given up 1 in his last 5 appearances. As that one misses, 1-2 now the count. Try to get him to go at some high cheddar, but Godbout said no. Jimenez looks over to second now, the 1-2. Swing and a foul tip caught. He gets 3 strikeouts, leaves 2 stranded, and it is stretched.
Hey fans, stream every minor league baseball game, anytime, anywhere, on the Bally Sports Live app. Watch every game, every team, live, all season long. Plus, you can join in on the fun with live chat, play our interactive bingo game based on the on-field action, and rack up Bally coins the more you watch and play. Best of all, it's completely free. No subscription required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today and take your fandom to the next level.
There have always been a few ready to fight and win. Since 1775, these few have been Marines, and they come from across this land to defend the future of our nation. This year, our Corps celebrates 250 years, and Marines are proud to serve this country, each other, and all that is still to come for America.
Can't get enough baseball? Get MLB Network today to stream up to 15 live out-of-market games a week and 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows. Start streaming MLB Network for just $5.99 a month.
Wyndham Rewards members earn and redeem fast. With thousands of destinations, Wyndham rewards everyone. And we mean everyone. Every check-in, every stay, every friend's getaway, every free night on us, every stay without a fuss, every handshake, every
Bottom of the 7th. Ehrlicher's still out there on the mound. And Derek Berg will lead it off. And he led it off back in the 5th when the Grasshoppers had bases loaded, no outs, and didn't convert. Right now, him and the home plate umpire, Jared Neal, having a conversation. I think a ball again came from the outfield. So they had to wait on that. They look at 55 pitches now as he gets that one in there for a strike, 0-1. Not necessarily uncommon for him. He has started games as well. So a long relief effort, not necessarily a surprise as the 0-1 misses 1-1, but we mentioned Rivera is warming up for him, so we'll have to see what leash he has. He's facing 9-1-2. Maybe he's trying to get the 9-hole guy out before they flip it over to the top of the lineup. Well, I know he is, but maybe that's his leash. As the 1-1 comes inside, Berg got away from it, though, 2-1. Grasshoppers trying to avoid losing back-to-back games for what would be the 4th time this season. As the count's now 3-1 to Berg. Lost back-to-back games when they lost at Winston-Salem and then the first game at Jersey Shore. As the 3-1 goes outside, Berg walks for the 2nd time today. He has reached first base safely each time. He doubled, walked, and now they'll bring up Will Taylor, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. So Grasshoppers lost those 2 games, Winston-Salem and Jersey Shore. Then they lost the first 2 to Hub City back in May, to Rome and Asheville in June. Then they lost 2 to Bowling Green as well. So actually this would be the 6th time they've done it because they also lost 2 to Hub City again. Taylor down 0-1 in the count. But when you're in a pennant race, that's what we're calling it, by the way, the 0-1 swung through 0-2 for Taylor. We had a discussion about that before the game and before the broadcast. Does it count as a pennant race when it's two different halves? You get a first half winner and a second half winner. As the 0-2 pitch, Taylor chops it foul down the third base side. Count will remain. And I said, well, the Grasshoppers won the first half of the season last year, and they printed off T-shirts and everything. So I said, you print off a T-shirt, you sell T-shirts with it, I'm counting it as a pennant race. I made the executive decision, and no one had enough care to give any pushback, so we're rolling with it. 0-2. Taylor. Grounder towards third. They go to second for 1. 1 for 2. And he beat it out. They get the lead runner Berg, but Taylor is safe at second on a bang-bang play. So Connor Griffin will come up with a runner on for him. 1 for 1 with a single, a hit by pitch, and a 4-pitch walk. So let's see, not too many other ways that he can find a different way to reach first base. Drop strike 3 still an option. Catcher's interference is still an option. The pitch is, he goes around for it. He held back, and taking second is Taylor. The home plate umpire immediately signaled the safe sign to say it was not a foul ball. As that slider broke into the other box, Taylor able to take second. Griffin would no way would have been able to get a piece of it. And now we have a runner in scoring position, something that has been the Grasshoppers' kryptonite tonight. As Griffin swings through a slider again, well outside the zone, 1-1. Taylor dancing around at second, the 1-1 to Griffin, and he swings at a curveball low in the zone, but so far 3 pitches. They haven't thrown one in the zone to Griffin, and he's down 1-2 in the count. The number 1 prospect in all of baseball. You want to see him play a game, folks, before he heads to Altoona. You better make sure to come down here quick. Because even if he stays throughout the end of the season, I doubt he'll be here next spring. One-two. Griffin hits this one on a fly into right. This one going towards foul territory and will land barely into the State Farm Hill. Had it not, it may have been an out with how high that ball hung up. Count remains 1-2. Ehrlicher nearing 70 pitches. He's at 67 right now. Grasshoppers trying to cut into this deficit. The 1-2, Griffin hits it up the middle. The shortstop Arias will play it in some shortstop on shortstop crime here as Griffin is out. The runner does not advance either. Kaner Delgado will step up now. Delgado, who popped out with the bases loaded, is 0 for 2 on the day with the walk. And he's in a rough slump, but I tell you how good he was batting before that. He's still at 242. First pitch he sees, way high on that fastball, 1-0 the count. Hopper just need one crack of the bat to try to get some momentum back, a base hit even, to cut this deficit in half. Could do something like that as we're officially into the 2-hour mark. Delgado gets hit. The ball, or maybe didn't get hit. The ball just got away from him. I thought it changed direction as it went past him, but must not have. Taylor takes third. And the replay here, yeah, just went by him. So a 2-0 count. And Bob Kuiper, the pitching coach, again going out there to talk to his long reliever, as he's had someone warmed up in the pen. We mentioned last inning that Eric Rivera was warming up, and still is. But 2 wild pitches has put a runner at third with 2 outs for Delgado. And with the way the Hoppers have hit today with runners in scoring position, you'll take either a base knock or a third wild pitch to score a run. And I'm not sure which is more likely at this point. as the 2-0 goes inside. 3-0, and a good job there by the catcher, Garcia, because that easily could have been a third wild pitch on that changeup. Delgado, the 3-0, and he was taken all the way. That fastball barely caught the upper outside corner. As the pitch was thrown, Delgado was already stepping out of the box. Well, he's got a favorable 3-1 count. Let's see if he can pick up a base knock. Driving a run. 3-1. Swung through a fastball high. Payoff pitch now. Delgado, one of the few grasshoppers that have been here since the beginning of the season. The only other one in the lineup right now is Polanco. Taylor and Griffin came up 10, 15, 20 games before the All-Star break. Has a payoff pitch on the way to Delgado, and that one is going to be ball 4. That one was right on the edge of the strike zone. Came down to the umpire's discretion, but runners will be on the corner for Callan Moss, and it looks like that's going to be the day for Austin Ehrlicher. Ehrlicher will get the hook. A new pitcher will come in to face Moss, and we'll get you the numbers on both when we come back.
Looking for what comes next? For that moment when everything finally...
1 minute!
Whichever path you choose, it starts here.
Turn on baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning. Experience live baseball in a whole new way with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He is on fire.
MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Up the right field line. Malgiri running toward foul ground near the Patriots bullpen. He makes the catch, knocks over the camera, and caught the baseball. He might owe the Yankees some money knocking down that camera, though.
First pitch swinging, hits it high in the air, but Bean coming sprinting in, and now goes into a slide. Did he catch it? He did, says the third base umpire. And so Zach Bean showing off his speed, a sliding catch going forward for the first out here in the second inning. And after going back on the previous batter, Bean had to come in, and oh yeah, he caught it.
It's given up 33 runs. He has struck out 45, walked 25 of the 165 batters he's faced. And he comes on with runners on the corners for Callan Moss, who is the reigning South Atlantic League Player of the Week. Ehrlicher's day is done. Went 4 2/3, 2 hits. Right now has not given up a run, but he's on the hook for the guys on the corners. 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 74 pitches thrown, and 19 batters faced. He stands in line for the win if the score holds. Moss, who is 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts and grounded into a double play to end a bases-loaded threat. We'll have to wait for the first pitch as a pickoff move over there to first with Delgado standing there, and they bring on the lefty. I don't know if they would tell Delgado to go to try to get the tying run into scoring position, but he's going to be able to have as large of a lead as he wants now, with that being the second disengagement of the Moss AB, and he hasn't seen a pitch yet. Lefty on righty matchup. Moss, first pitch, slider inside, ball 1, a 1-0 count. Moss on that road trip, 14 of 32. And he swings through a slider inside. Counts 1-1. Signed as a free agent by the Royals in 24, traded to Pittsburgh in the Bailey Falter trade. 1-1. And that's in there for a strike, as that was a slider right down the pipe. 1-2 now. Still looking for his first hit here as a grasshopper at First National Bank Field. 1-2. Hits this one into left. Will it get down? No. It goes right to Rodriguez. And the Grasshoppers again leave two stranded, one in scoring position.
1-1 on the way. Lindsley hits a fly ball to shallow left. Foul ground for Matt Shaw nearing the side railing. He jumps up into the netting, and he caught the ball. Oh, my goodness. Shaw went jumping up into the netting and caught that. The netting saved him. He would have been in the first row of the seats. One of the plays of the year, I think, in Innovative Field. And Matt Shaw, the third baseman for the Iowa Cubs.
Ben's 0-1. And this one hit on the line, back up the middle, fielded at second base by Vargas, steps on the bag, throws to first for two, on to third, and the runner overslid the bag. It's a triple play. 4-3-5 triple play ends at the top of the ninth inning. Vargas stepped on second, threw to first, Reimer threw across the diamond at third base.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
Baseball's in full swing, and now your new or growing business can knock it out of the park too with MLB Ads Direct, the league's new easy-to-use digital ad platform, seamlessly integrating your brand into the MLB digital fan experience. With
Carlos Jimenez still out there on the mound as the Drive lead the Hoppers 3-1. Ellie Taylor will be up. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Taylor, Garcia, and then Feliz. Taylor 0 for 2 with 2 strikes and a walk, 2 strikeouts and a walk, and he's got the strike there. 0-1 as that was a slider outside, but the home plate umpire saying he went around at it. Knight fully set here in Greensboro. The 0-1 swung through 0-2, and Taylor trying to avoid the hat trick. Back in the last inning, talked about Moss looking for his first hit as a Grasshopper here at First National Bank Field. Another first that was brought to my attention before the game. And it also kind of led to our trivia question as the 0-2 pitch here from Jimenez goes high, 1-2. Jen Powell, who was the first female to umpire a Major League Baseball game, then Jimenez falls off the mound. He's grabbing his arm. And Berg immediately ran out there to go see him. Coleman Duke going and doing the same as Blake Butler will step up now. And Jimenez down in a lot of pain. So while they take a look at him, Jen Powell, the first female to umpire a Major League Baseball game, was actually the first woman to umpire a South Atlantic League baseball game as well, and it happened right here in Greensboro. As we take a look, as soon as he threw it, Jimenez kind of slumped over his shoulder, called time, and then fell to the ground. And he is up walking on his own power, which the issue was the arm, but he's going straight out of this game. Someone is hastily warming up in the Grasshoppers' pen before they can come and throw whatever amount of pitches they need to get ready. There is no limit on warm-up pitches when you come in an injury situation like this. It's a 1-2 count here, and it'll be Enmer Lobo coming in to take over for Jimenez. Let's go ahead and take a look at Lobo's numbers. This will be his 13th game. He has not had a result. He's got a 2.84 ERA and 12 2/3 inning of work. He's given up 10 hits, 5 runs, 11 strikeouts to 5 walks. He's faced 55 batters, 204 batting average against, in a whip of 123. Lobo, the 21-year-old from Venezuela, who used to be a part of the Red Sox organization. Will now pitch against Greenville here in a bizarre situation where Jimenez, he was wheeling and dealing. He had 3 strikeouts in that first inning and then looked to be going for another one. And again, on that pitch that went high, he just slumped his shoulder over, walked around the mound a little bit, and then fell down. He immediately, Holman Duke and Derek Berg, the athletic trainer and tonight's catcher, the two of them ran out there, and shortly after Blake Butler did, and he did get up under his own power, which, it was an arm injury, not a leg injury, so that's not unsurprising, but he did go straight to the dugout. So Lobo will get as many chances as he wants to warm up. Drive up 3-1 against Greensbeo. The Hoppers have left 10 men on base, 6 of which were in scoring position, and that is the story of the game right now. Neither offense has done anything outside of, well, on the scoreboard at least, outside of when they put the runs up in their respective innings. Greenville in the third, Greensbeo in the bottom of the second. The 1-2 now, and that one fouled off by Taylor. The count would be 1-2 still. Lobo trying to finish out this at bat here of Taylor that was started by Jimenez. One, two. Swing and a miss. Taylor strikes out for the 3rd time today. So Lobo able to finish off that job at least. And now he gets rewarded with facing Garcia, the 4-hole hitter, 0 for 3 on the day. With a strikeout, he has flown out twice, once to center and once to right. Lobo comes to rest in the first pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup low. 0-1. Last time we saw him out there, non-decision against Asheville on the 9th. He went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, and he did give up a run. He struck out 2. 0-1. This one hit high and deep into left field, and that one will make it a 4-1 ball game, as that was just absolutely belted by Garcia for his 6th home run of the season. A fastball up in the zone, and Garcia extends the lead. That one, I'm not necessarily sure it even landed in the park, because looked like it went over the flagpoles, or I should say beyond the flagpoles, not necessarily over it. 322 is where it left the field. So 1 away, and Albert Feliz now up. Feliz came in for Anderson in the 6th. Doubled when he came in. This one he hits along the ground. It's bobbled by Griffin, but KG's still able to get it over there. 2 away. Rodriguez will step up now. (4-1) now the Drive have the lead, and 3 runs not necessarily insurmountable for the Hoppers, but the way they've hit with runners on today, it sure seems like it. As the First pitch of this AB from Lobo goes high inside ball one, a 1-0 count. Lobo, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Drive. Up 3 now. Have scored 4 unanswered as the 1-1 bounces into the dirt. Now 2-1 from Lobo. Lefty on lefty matchup. Pitch number 9. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Now it's 2-2. Lobo looking for his second strikeout. This will be the first one he's done solo as a combined strikeout there with him and Jimenez. The 2-2. A swing and a miss, and they're going to say, well, he's out anyway.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. If you're ready to go big, get on board. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
It's Champion Windows Anniversary Sale, and we're gifting the presents to you with 40% off Comfort 365 windows. Now is the time to upgrade your old windows that are driving up your energy bills. Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free estimate online now.
Baseball's in full swing, and now your new or growing business can knock it out of the park too with MLB Ads Direct, the league's new easy-to-use digital ad platform, seamlessly integrating your brand into the MLB digital fan experience with targeted digital ads running exactly where you want them, when you want them, helping your business drive brand awareness, advance online engagement, score new customers, and so much more. MLB Ads Direct, elevating your business to big league business.
Wyndham Rewards members earn and redeem fast. With thousands of destinations, Wyndham rewards everyone. And we mean everyone. Every check-in, every stay, every friend's getaway, every free night on us, every stay without a fuss, every handshake, every meeting you take, from every okay but just one to every bring on the sun. With every stay and every way, Wyndham rewards everyone. Join Wyndham Rewards, the most generous hotel rewards program for everyone.
Bottom of the 8th. Drive up 4-1 on the Hoppers. And the Hoppers offense that has been one of the best in the minor leagues has been silent here tonight. And it looks like we have a change in left field. I did not necessarily see who it was. I just saw the umpire point out there as if almost he was throwing someone out. Titus Drew Me True will be up there, and it'll be Manuel Medina. As Dumitru watches that one go outside, ball 1-1-0 count. Medina, but Medina is not on their roster as a fielder. So 1-1. Now the count to do me true. Well, it doesn't matter what his name is. He's in left field. It does matter what his name is, but counts 2-1. And the pitch to do me true in there 2-2, and yeah, he is on their roster as a pitcher. So that's just something, huh? Rivera for the lefty on righty matchup. Do me true trying to get on And he went around. He struck out. Not happy with the call, but take a slider that's far outside and go after it. That's on you. He strikes out for the first time today, and that'll bring up Safura. Yeah. Safura 0 for 3 on the day. Rivera fires the pitch, and that one misses low. Ball 1-0 count. One-0. Swung through. 1-1 now. Stafura, a kid drafted out of high school, trying to put it together here in minor league baseball. Hits this one a ton down the left field line, but he hits it into the grandstand. Foul. And it is 1-2. Let's see if he can straighten it out here a little bit after taking that slider. The 1-2, and he will watch that one. Another slider high and outside the zone. The count's evened up at 2. Safura awaiting the pitch, and here it is. A swings at one low and inside. The third consecutive slider gets him 2 away. Brett Auer will come up now. He is 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. He is the lone run on the board up there for the Grasshoppers. Driven in by a Derek Berg RBI double. Back in the second. He's up 1-0 in the count here. And here's the pitch. A grounder towards third. It'll be bobbled, but still thrown across the diamond in time. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Hoppers. We go to the 9th, 4-1 drive.
No matter who you are, where you're going, or why, Wyndham Rewards members earn and redeem points fast. With thousands of destinations, Wyndham Rewards everyone. Join Wyndham Rewards, the most generous hotel rewards program for everyone.
There have always been a few, ready to fight and win. Since 1775, these few have been Marines, and they come from across this land to defend the future of our nation. This year, our Corps celebrates 250 years, and Marines are proud to serve this country, each other, and all that is still to come for America.
Hey fans, stream every minor league baseball game, anytime, anywhere, on the Bally Sports Live app. Watch every game, every team, live, all season long. Plus, you can join in on the fun with live chat, play our interactive bingo game based on the on-field action, and rack up Bally coins the more you watch and play. Best of all, it's completely free. No subscription required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today and take your fandom to the next level.
Balls
Come on,
in the air to
ball.
center, and still
Get out.
carrying it down. A go-ahead shot from Brian O'Keefe. This game was far from over.
Top of the 9th, 4-1 drive. A correction there. It was Justin Reamer, number 6, that came in to left field in the bottom of the 8th inning. And he will maybe bat in this game. Encarnacion's up now. This is 7, 8, 9. Lobo's still out there on the mound for the Hoppers. Ball 1. Encarnacion 1 for 3 with a single. He led that off in the 3rd and then was driven in on that Arias home run as He swings and hits that one foul, 1-1. If Reamer does get to bat in this one, it'll be because the Grasshoppers had a pretty good ninth inning. But if he ever does come around, it'll be in the 6-hole slot. 1-0. Sorry, rather 1-1 now becomes 1-2. On a called strike there. Encarnacion going to call his time. Just below the Mendoza line right now at 194. One, two. That goes high now, 2-2 the count. Drive added 1 in the 8th on the solo shot by Garcia. They've hit 2 home runs to account for 4 runs. The Grasshoppers have not hit a home run yet in this game as Encarnacion strikes out for the first out, but they do have 1 run. Andrew Musette will step up now. Musette 0 for 2 with a walk. Made his way around to second as well. The first pitch he sees from Inmer Lobo will be a changeup way outside. Ball 1-1-0 count. I imagine we're going to see Lobo here through the 9th, regardless of what happens in the next 2 outs, as he gets a swing and a miss there on a high sinker. 1-1. He came in for relief of Jimenez, who left with an injury, is popping up as Musette towards the first base dugout, but that one will go 2 rows up into the stands and bounce on a 1-hop right to a fan. How about that? So the count's 1-2 to Musette. And he'll dig back into the righty batter's box. The 8-hole hitter trying to just find a way to get back to the top of the order. With Arias, anything can happen, but counts 2-2 right now. Him and Turner will be up before that. Lobo about to throw his 20th pitch, and here it is. That one fouled back into the netting. We'll do it again. These 2 teams will go at it tomorrow. That game's scheduled to be a noon start, and it'll be the last noon start of the season for the Grasshoppers. 2-2. This one hitting to left, and that one a nice jumping effort and catch on the run by Brettauer for the out. That one hit on a line, but Brettauer able to track that one down and use his size to do so. 2 away, and Will Turner will step up here. 1 for 3 on the day. Singled and again was driven in on that Arias home run. As that pitch will miss, ball 1-1-0 count. Lobo trying to keep this at a 3-run deficit heading into the 3rd. Heading into the 9th here. 1-0. And that'll miss 2-0 the count. Takes a look, sees the sign from Berg, 2-0, and going around for it was Turner. 2-1. Drive. with a 2-1 count here, hitting to right field, and that one is foul. This went on the wrong side of the foul pole, and the count's now 2-2. Looked like that one was going to maybe have a chance to, I don't know if it would have been gone, but would have certainly gotten down in the corner and would have been a double. Instead, Turner. In a 2-2 count, Lobo a strike away from getting the Hoppers offense back up and trying to rally in the ninth. The 2-2. That one a sinker outside. Now the count has gone full. Chang scheduled to start tomorrow for the Hoppers as that one fouled back up into the netting. We'll do it again. Evan Futrell scheduled to start for the Drive. The last business day special of the year here in Greensbeo. Payoff pitch again. This one hitting to shallow left field. Red Hour coming in on it and able to get the out. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Drive. Hop.
Looking for what comes next? For that moment when everything finally...
1 minute!
Whichever path you choose, it starts here.
He fires home. That one lofted into center. Looks up, and it's way out of here. Fires home to Winokur. Winokur shoots it out to center field, giving chases Johnson at the track, at the wall. It's gone!
And Winokur socks it out to center field and deep. Johnson back to the wall. He looks up. It's a 3-homer game as the California native has popped off. Ground ball up the middle. What a play by Prasecki as he backhands that. And a sterling play defensively by Prasecki to start it off.
We're repping the Birmingham Black Barons today, and it's really awesome. The uniforms look really cool.
It's awesome. I like the look. The band kind of pops. So yeah, I like the whole get up. It's a good attire.
We got the Birmingham across the chest. We got the Birmingham Black Barons on the side too. Which
Bottom of the ninth, Drive up 4-1. The Hoppers need 3 to extend, 4 to end, and Lonnie White Jr. will be pinch hitting for Shalyn Polanco. White Jr., a .220 hitter, and a guy that you just want to get on base because when he's on, he is fast and can get around the bases. In that previous road trip, 4 hits and 20 ABs over the 2-week span. But you just need him to get on here. You don't need heroes, you need base runners, which is something the Poppers have actually had aplenty here in this game. They just really haven't done anything with it. The Grasshoppers offense has stalled, to say the least, here, as they've got 1 run here today. And the first pitch to Lonnie White Jr. from Rivera, who's still out there, goes outside, ball 1, a 1-0 count. They got 1 run today. They scored 2 against Asheville in the series finale. That comes after they plated 27 on Saturday. So let's see Isaac Newton's law of gravity. What goes up must come down. Something along that lines. I believe that's his law paraphrased, but either way. 1-1. That'll miss 2-1 now the count. If you can get White Jr. on, Berg has reached safely every time, and then you go to the top of the order. Two-1. White Jr. hits it on a one-hopper right towards his shortstop Arias that he throws across the diamond one away. Good contact, just right at somebody. That'll bring up Derek Berg as, see there, White Jr. just one-hopped it. Berg doubled in the second. It was an RBI attached to that as well that got the hoppers on the board first. Since then, he's walked twice. First pitch he sees here from Rivera is a slider that was high but called a strike one. Rivera shakes off one. And now the 0-1 will miss 1-1. Berg digs back in the box, facing the lefty. Rivera, 1-1, and he puts a slider right in there. So it is 1-2 now, and Rivera didn't have the best stats coming into this game, especially ERA-wise. Looking to go for a lengthy save here. He came on in the 7th to get the final out. And then trying to work through the 8th and 9th. 1-2, swing and a miss, and the Hoppers down to their final out. It'll be Will Taylor at the plate here, as a lot of two-out magic's going to have to happen for the Grasshoppers. Down by 3. Rivera looking for his first save here. Counts 1-0. The pitch to Taylor, and that'll miss 2-0 the count. Especially in this situation, you don't need heroes. I mean, if you're the Grasshoppers, you'll take a home run by any means necessary, but you want base runners down 3 here, as it's a 3-0 count to Taylor. Apply pressure to Rivera. That's not something they've been able to do, really, at all. As a 3-0 pitch on the way to Will Taylor, and here it is. And that one will get me over fastball at 93 miles an hour, makes it 3-1. Taylor going to call his time here with a favorable count. Changes mindset maybe after that 3-0 pitch. And tonight's center fielder steps back into the box, and he is ready for the 3-1. Rivera comes to rest, and the pitch. That'll be ball 4, and Taylor will take his base. So he'll reach. Connor Griffin steps up now. 1 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch. Also has a stolen base on his line as well. And he'll step up, and it looks like immediately call his time. Number 1 prospect in all of baseball with a tying run standing on the on-deck circle. So he's got to get on. And then we got to get the guy behind him on as well. 2-way, runner on first. Pitch to Griffin. Well inside. Taylor will take second without a throw down. And it looks like it'll be Bob Kuiper going out there to talk to Rivera, who's trying to go for the save. It was a defensive indifference that put Taylor at second, and it might be one where they try to bring him in and talk about maybe changing the signs here with a runner right in second. And also, you just don't want to throw a bad pitch to Connor Griffin because they'll make you pay. Home plate umpire Jared Neal going to go out there and break up the mound visit and say, hey, let's go. It's bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Let's play some baseball. This lively crowd of 3,089 still getting into this game despite the fact the Hoppers haven't given them too much to cheer about. The count is 1-0 to Griffin with a runner on second. Here's the pitch. Griffin, chopper down the third base line, charged by the third baseman, and Encarnacion able to end the game. Drive win 4-1. They run their record in the second half of the season to 23-20, while the Hoppers drop back-to-back games, falling to 31-12. Taking the win was Ehrlicher. Taking the loss was Stumbo, and getting the save was the pitcher Rivera. That'll do it. Drive win 4-1. The two teams will play tomorrow at noon. For everyone involved in the broadcast, I'm Andrew Allison. We'll talk to you then.